doesn't cheat anyone. Even a bad king is honestly served by a field. I want to first to believe that there is enough money first. Because the question is, can I make enough money? First, believe that there is enough money in this earth. There is enough money in this country. How many of you believe there is enough money here? If you don't believe, go to a bank and see how people bring money. No, if you can't see how people do transfer, but at least go to bank to see how people bring money. There's so much money in this country. If you are among people that doubt that there's no money in the country, you will be among people that will have problem making more money. Please believe that there is so much money. In fact, there is no calculation to the amount of money that a country have. They can just estimate it. It's not accurate. Read business news. Read the closure of the stock exchange activities on daily basis. How a company closes at this, how a company closes at this, how a company closes at that. In those days, we used to read newspaper where shares are being written, because then that's only where you can get it. To see companies that are performing, for us to buy shares at primary market at some very few units. Right now, you don't need newspaper. On your phone, there are always breaking news and breakthrough news of news that you need to read. So number one, for you to make more money, agree that there's so much money. Number two, Proverbs chapter 10 verse 5, it says, when you are slack, you will be poor. Proverbs chapter 10 verse 4. Please put it on the screen. Proverbs chapter 10 verse 4. Proverbs chapter 10 verse 4. He become poor that dealeth with a slacker. So those who slack in their doings, the Bible says they are the people that are poor. So number one, can I have more money? Yes. Believe that there's much money. Two, be busy. Don't pity your energy. Use your energy. Was in the dream of Pharaoh. Please don't bring another one. Was in the dream of Pharaoh. The first place poor was mentioned in the Bible, because I have to go to my my Bible concordance to check where did we even hear poor for the first time in the Bible. It was mentioned when Pharaoh had a dream and Joseph was interpreting it. And Joseph said there's a 7 years coming, is his year of abundance, and there's another 7 years coming, is the year that things will be poor, everything. That's in the Bible in Genesis. Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dream. So from that place, I now understand that poor is synonymous to lack of productivity. Because they talk about year of abundance and then talk about year of poverty. So abundance means a year when farmland will produce. And poverty means the year where there will be no production, so there will be nothing to harvest. So what was the remedy to conquering the 7 poor years coming? What did Joseph prescribe? Savings. So I conclude by saying that the reason for poverty is usually lack of savings. So is it possible to have so much money? Yes, when you are constantly separating some things. When you are constantly separating some things. When you are constantly separating some things. The solution Joseph offered was a certain percent of what they receive as income should be saved and be kept for the years of lack. Majority of those who are poor were once rich. How many of you can agree to that? Majority of those poor were once rich. Money came, they squandered, they didn't have process, they didn't know what to do, they just were spending, thinking that it will keep coming, and then the money stopped coming. How many of you can agree to what I just said? Majority of people that are broke right now were they once touch money, and then but they never had grit on their money, and they never had investment, they never had savings. So they just thought that the money will keep coming, and then the money stopped, and then they became poor. So they are asking God for second chance. You must keep working now to earn something. It is from what you earn now that you're going to save from. What you save should not be your problem, but not saving should be your problem. How much you save should not be your challenge. Not saving at all should be your concern. How are you going to train children? See, I've been married for 16 years, and I discovered that the heart cry of a mother is usually their children. I don't know about some people, but my wife, her concern is her children. My children are returning back on midterm break now. Whether we like it or we don't like it, we're going to spend this week. We're going to buy things in cartons. Golden More, biscuit, chocolate, milk, or even sweet. The healer will write sweet. And you need a packet of sweet. What do you want to do? You say, I just want to keep my mouth busy. Going to buy. See, it is from what you have left that you usually take. No saving should be your concern, not how much you save. In fact, if you are used to savings, God will give you opportunity, because things sold very expensive. The day they will crash the amount, only those who have money in store can buy it. Am I teaching? Advantage. A man was traveling out of the country and he needed to sell his car. I was with Paul Mark. It was Paul Mark that bought it. I sold everything. It was the car, Murano, that they needed. He said it's 4.5 million. So he saw it and said, okay, I'm coming. And got there. He said, what I had that day was 2 million. He said, but while I was going, I needed to do a transfer of 200,000. So what I was left with was 1.8. So when they got there, he saw it very neat. Himself and his wife, they are ready to leave for Canada. And they just needed to dispose the car. They needed 4.5 million. Say, whoa, Ebon, what I have here is 1.8. It's a clone share. What is wrong with you? How can you look at the car like this? I say what I have. I didn't say what I want to buy. I can be moving now and say, guy, go Chrome, you live here. He said, and he drove his own car and was going. He said he drove away. They gave him a call that he should come. When he came, he saw husband and wife crying. That even though they need this money, but they don't know why they have to sell, because they need money and they still have balance to pay, and we must leave the country. He said, but why are you now crying? Am I the one sending you out of the country? He said, and the woman said, well, just send the 1.8. There and then they did transfer of 1.8. They signed document, he left. His mechanic carried the car. He drove the one he came with. So that was how he bought the car. He said, well, if you see that car, say you are coming to Lagos, I will use to carry you. Ogbe. When the man says Ogbe, means that he tight. 1.8. Assuming you didn't have savings and such a fantastic opportunity comes, saving makes you get more. Is it possible to have enough? Yes. When you work and when you keep saving. I discover also in the Bible that when Bible said when a farmer wants to harvest his crop, they usually leave some behind for the poor. I discovered that the poor are those who doesn't have farmland, while the rich are those who have land to farm. Core members are passing out, and you people forgot that I should pray for them. See yourself? I thought you wrote it. It's supposed to be in the announcement, and I was supposed to lay hands on them because they are passing out on Tuesday. Papa just told me. So I told him, what's your plan? He says, I said, you are staying back. You're going to work with me. I said, okay, sir. I said, you are staying back. You're going to work with me. The moment you have nothing to do for a while, the poverty that will come on you will look like an attack. How many of you have found it? When you do work for some time and you don't have money for some time, you hate everybody that have. You start getting bitter. So I discovered that But when you are working and you are getting, you are happy. But when you are not working and you are not getting, when you hear about people who are having, you are just angry. You wish everybody don't have like you. So I discovered that the reason for poverty is when there is no when there is no land to farm. Sir, get a place to fix yourself. Don't ever get to that level where there is no 1 naira coming in at a constant level. It's humiliating to ever touch money and never touch it. It's humiliating to ever eat and now you can't eat. So don't ever desire to be in that state where you don't work. Even when you are learning a trade or you are learning a skill, have a second thing you are doing that gives you minimum of what you can manage with. Because life does not allow you not to have. Expenses does not play with people. Am I teaching? I wonder why people will agree to go and collect the leftover in somebody's farm when they can beg people for land. I wonder why some people agree to be the beggar, why some will be the farmers. I saw it in the Bible. So let's answer question 3 as we take question and end. Question 3. Have I answered that money? I've answered question 1. I've answered question 2. Question 3. What job or business really pay most? What job or business really pay most? Anybody can answer for me? The answer is very simple. What job or business pay most? Ma? Sir? Anything edible is what pay most. That's one question, yes? The job that is in demand in the market.
Just use in the field of medicine. You see, doctors study more. They spend like 10 years in school compared to nurses that just spend.
Okay, so the job that demand more commitment.
More, yes.
Okay.
The job that demands
okay,
more
the more the investment,
yes,
the higher the pay.
the higher the pay.
Okay. 2, yes, ma. The one you can do best. Number 3, that's thank you, ma. Answers are coming. Yes? The prevailing problem per time determine the payment. It's good. I am even like, I wish I am typing too, because it will form my book in the future. Yes? There is no job that pay most. There is no job that pay most. We have doctors that are poor. We have restaurants where people do the eater. We have people who can do things, yet they are still broke with what they are doing. So the question is, what is the job or the business that pay most? The business that you invest your time in is the business that pay. Do you know that sales reps that invest more time looking for clients, they are the people that make customers? Do you know that? Any job you are doing that you invest, you are training yourself on daily basis on, that's the job that will pay you. My mentor, Brian Tracy, in his book, The Habit of Highly Effective People and the Law of Success, he said the harder you work on what you do, the higher what you do pay you. He said in America, people said that the rich are marginalizing the poor. He said, but when we sat down and calculate how many hours the rich put to work, we discovered that the poor are actually taking too much from the rich. He said, do you know that the rich work at home, he also work in the office. He carries his job everywhere. Inside his car, he's writing, he's thinking. Drivers are driving and just collecting salary. The man is thinking, he's going for seminar, he's going for client, he's going for the... He said, that's the job that pays most. Let me tell you something. What you are doing now, if you invest more time into that thing, you will just discover that more money will be coming from that thing. Am I talking? Now, to the glory of God, my wife is doing her Thanksgiving during the main Thanksgiving. Though my children will not be around during the immediate Thanksgiving because she just got promoted. I didn't know details because she just told me briefly and we didn't discuss it. So I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I was like, okay, so tell me, your promotion, how did it even come? So your salary, I hope, is there's an increase in it, because we don't discuss how much did they pay you, how will you spend it. Our money is our money, my money is my money. Then at the family level, our money is our money. So why will I be putting my eyes on salary and now? We are going to be very rich in life. Let's not be looking for what's not our own. So she told me this and that. I said, wow. But there was a time that she's so scared of marketing. She wanted to be returned to where you just sit down and attend to people like that. I always told her, I said, marketing is where you will be able to receive money beyond salary, because you're going to be paid in commission. Even though some offices are wicked, they don't pay commission. They'll just be lying to you, but somehow. But now, every time we are going for presentation, I'm going for presentation, what is presentation? Presentation is that you've been able to meet a group of people, you want to tell them about the product available in your office, you want to create awareness, and then probably secure client from them. So the more presentation she has been going, the better she has become. The better she is on the job, the more the client that want to talk with her, the more account on her name, and the more performance in her name. And now she was qualified for promotion. She has been moving from place to place to place to place for presentation. Just develop interest in what you are doing now. It will give you more money. I saw a white man sewing clothes yesterday and cutting to just be sure that the front is in line. Nigerians don't have that time to sew one dress like that. You buy a bada that have some designs. White man will bring the design together that it will make sense. A black man doesn't have that time to cut and let it be. He has just cut your clothes. You just discover that at the back the right top is upside down. Then in the front is in front. You will not be thinking. How many of you have seen what I'm saying? Just put more time to what you are doing. That thing will bring more money into your life. There is no job that pays highest. Because in every profession, we have the rich, we have the average, we have the poor. We have 4 engineers in Ajima. We have engineer Mike, we have engineer Fatai, we have engineer Kaude. We have all kinds of engineers. That's a level. But at their different profession, they are not equally committed, because they don't equally access their job the way they do. So the more you are busy, the more you are doing this. In those days, when you draw a plan, it's on paper. Today, plans are on laptops. Even to the DPC, you use laptop, you are zooming it like this. They are seeing how many feet it will go, the foundation, how they will change it inside the ground. Everything is on laptop. It was not like that before. Somebody just created it. There's a guy now that is doing POP and designing POP. He used to climb on top of one iron like that. How many of you have seen him on TikTok? Or on, he said, I don't know, I used to see Masquerade wear that thing and be dancing. But he created his own. Where people use ladder to go, they have to do scaffold and do. The guy doesn't have time for scaffold. He used ladder on his leg. He will tie the belt like this and then stand. And then you will see, they will record it. He'll be walking and be designing and be doing. And when he finishes like this, they will jam the thing together. But just check the number of likes. The video is already getting money on YouTube. They are paying him. Meanwhile, people are calling him for jobs. Just be good. Give more attention to what you are doing. People will not value it in the first place. But when they see that you are being patronized, they will patronize you. A time is coming, you won't be seeing me every day in church. You see this thing I'm doing. People are watching also. A time will come, bam. It will be, Pastor just come and preach it, Pastor just come and preach it. And then, because as men are growing, some of us are going to take over them. Some of us are going to take over them. And when they get to that level, they'll be recommending us. Okay, invite this my boy, you come and do it. You think I'm preaching to you? I'm developing my future. That's why I don't teach you nonsense. I teach you sense. Because as I'm teaching, I'm recording it, I'm typing it, it will become my book. Just pay attention and then you will blow. This is 12:15. Any question? Because I promise you 12:15. Any question? I answered 3 questions, Abi. We answer how to succeed in life. We answer how to have enough money. We also answer businesses, jobs to do that really pay more. So the remaining two questions we'll leave it for another day. How to live above my means, and can I really have enough money in this life? So all those ones. I have answers here, but we can't go through it. Any question? Yes, Pastor. Please give me a mic. Were you blessed?
Yes, sir.
Eh?
All
My
grace.
prayer for all of you is that you will do something you will not just be hearing and be enjoying. Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Sir, now, with respect to your answer to the last question, commitment. Now, how do you justify the fact that there are still some jobs that, all things being equal, if I'm to commit 10 hours to it, that it will produce a certain result. Whereas if I still commit that same 10 hours,
Another job.
yes, I'll have more result. So now, how does it, reflect to the question, which job pays
Now,
more?
that is where multiple streams comes in. That's where multiple streams comes in. What you are doing now that is taking more of your commitment is developing you generally. And that's when you will now notice that I can actually do better here. It does not mean abandon what you were doing before, just simply because, for example, now, we agree here that there are businesses that can give you 10,000 naira gain. There are businesses that can give you 5,000 naira gain. Then when we're discussing business that can give you 10,000 naira gain, we talk about transportation, we talk about food, where you can get more than that on daily basis. Okay, now, you were not in transportation or you were not in food, you are in POS. And then suddenly, because you feel that if I put more hours into my food, I'll get more money than this one, so let me move. No, it is going to now be put more attention on this one you are doing, and then get ready for diversification. Or invest into that business and getting yourselves ready to go in. Do you know majority of our billionaires in the country, they own the same business, all of them. Dangote have shares in Otedola. Otedola have in Olumelu. Olumelu have in all of them. They are just like that. Recently, something happened between, I think, either Otedola and Olumelu or Adenuga. And there was a certain share that Olumelu bought, and then it moved. And then somebody was crying that it's not supposed to be. He wouldn't have bought it like that. All of them have shares among themselves. But one is known for one thing. The one is known for banking. One is known for oil and gas. One is known for production. One is known for this. But just to keep themselves at the top, they now decided that, okay, give me so certain of your shares. I give you so certain, so that I am majoring in this, but you will minor in it. So that there is no room for crashing. That's what they do. I was told, even though I don't need to discuss it openly because it's very sad, Wigwe's death, there's a lot into it. The Access Bank man that died, there's a lot into it, because he's just trying to break into the realm of these guys. And then it was like, how did you just want to come up like that? So it was a fraternity discussion. A whole lot. Okay, so, but it ended the way it ended, and it's on a sad note. It was on a sad note. So at that level, my mentor said that in life, you must either belong to a secret court or a secret place. Because somebody is using something to maintain himself where he is. If you are not using anything, they will soon use you. Anybody you see where he is either in a secret court or is in a secret place. But the problem of the church people is that they neither belong to secret court, neither are they in secret place. They are just coming to church. It's terrible. It's terrible. So, a lot of things like that. So, sir, it does not mean that what you are doing cannot earn you that level. Because if you watch that thing you are doing that you think that can't give you that thing, someone is in that field that has broken through that business. I hope you know. There is no business that does not have billionaire doing it. Someone has taken driving to a billionaire level in this country. Someone has taken medicine, has grown as a medicine man to a level where he has own network of people that are doing his medicine for him. Yes. Someone has used food by the roadside to train children while someone is still scratching. So it's just for you to keep developing. And being a graduate, Okay? Giving you opportunity to bring in universality of your mind into what you are doing and broaden it. Someone is doing okpa. You will think that okpa is a local business. No. He just needs to start thinking of how to increase his market base. And then the money will increase. There's a way you package it. There's a lady that is doing red oil business. Red oil business. The lady says she makes 4 point something million from red oil on weekly basis. And she import oil now. And there's a guy that used to look for businesses that thrive, and that's how he trend. You just come to your factory and study the way you package your thing, and then you put it on YouTube, and then you say that you are saying the country is bad. Look at this girl, this house. She will follow you to the farm, collect all your video, follow you to your factory, how you do your conversion, and then how they package and put inside the truck and ship it out. In America, they saw her product, palm oil. Palm oil. And the worst thing that she does not have a farm. She goes to people's farm and collect. So any farm that is large, she plant a converting machine there where she will be doing. Your own is I will just harvest here and move here and move. Okay? So let's take it up like that. Last question. I'm sure you enjoyed this class. All my plea for all of you is please do business. Because Pastor Josh will do business. Please do business. Please do business. Add it to what you know. Don't let your money be limited to salary. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. There are a lot of our core members that we must keep encouraging to know what to do, so that they will not be broke with 33,000. You heard what he said, 33,000. As a copper, he started carrying a CV around as a copper. He didn't tell us the story of how the girl became his wife. It was here they met. The guy started, saw future and said, so why are you like this now? You are too tall. Why are you tall? He says, it's because I travel abroad. There's light in this darkness. The girl, when they were here, they used to snap together, just like some of you used to snap together. They took their picture to relationship. Because I'm also going to address snapping together today. Just be busy. Don't allow environment tells you that there's no money. There's money. When I was a core member, I was looking for home lessons because my wife was pregnant. Where will I get money to take care of her? And she stays with me. So when we finish from school, I will go home. Honey, are you back from school? Yes, but I'm going out now. I want to go and do lesson. We were close to Ochanja. I wish my brain was open to business that time. To do business in Ochanja. If I know what I know now, as a then, as a couple, I will have opened my village by now.